Hey guys, this is Blake Grice. I did a review on my page for Ironman Texas last year. I enjoyed doing it. I think some people enjoyed watching it or listening to it. And then I did one for Ironman Arizona, which was about 5 months ago. And I wanted to do this one because I just got back from Ironman Texas today. I did the race yesterday, and it was incredibly hard. And I'm kind of still trying to figure out what made it so hard because I'm not real sure. Let me back into that. A year ago at Ironman Texas, it was my first full Ironman, and the conditions were horrible. There was like a 30 to 40 mile an hour wind on the Hardy Toll Road. It was hot. It was like 87, but it was just a perfect day, and I ran a 13:30. 47 years old. I was super happy with that. Went to Arizona and had a really hard day due to cold water. It was like 58, and then lots of wind. The run was great in Arizona, but I ended up going right at 14 hours. So now I'm getting slower, and I know I'm not a spring chicken, but I've trained really hard since these races. So this year, I decided I'm gonna go back to Texas because I did good there last year. I can hit an easy PR. Well, I was wrong. And sometimes that's just what the Ironman does. But Ironman Texas is in the Woodlands, Texas. It's north of Houston. We got to transition about 5:15 a.m. It's about a mile walk to the swim start. So you drop off your special needs there. You drop off your morning clothes bag, and then you get in line for the swim. The cool thing about this swim is that your family or friends can really stand next to you nearly until you get in the water. There is no barricade or anything like that until it's really time to get in. So my coach and son stood with me for a long time, which I really enjoyed. It helped calm me down a little bit. The Ironman Texas swim is pretty easy. It's 1,400 out, 1,400 back, and then a 1,400 in a canal. It's not very wide, but you can stand up in the thing. I did twice. I didn't walk, but I kind of stood up to clean my goggles one time, so it's nothing real scary. I'm an hour and a half Ironman swimming. That's exactly what I did yesterday. Come out of T1, into T1. You grab your bike bag, go into a tent, you change, you run out, grab your bike, and now you're off onto the bike leg. So the bike is a little bit in town, so I don't remember, 15 miles in town, then 20, 40, 60, 80 on the Hardy Toll Road, which last year was the windiest place on earth, in my opinion. So this year the wind was about half of that. I think maybe what got me is, since the wind was not as bad as it was last year, I decided maybe I can pedal a little bit harder and maintain this good miles an hour average, because last year, when you're going south, you're going 11 miles an hour. So the second loop yesterday was harder than the first. The winds picked up. But I ended up managing a 6:05 Ironman bike, which for me is pretty good. Considering, and by the way, that is not a flat bike by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not. I don't know why they say that on their page, but it's just not. It is a rolling bike, overpasses, and it just repeats. So it's not flat. Don't think that. They said the run was rolling, and it's not. It's flat. So somebody's doing that wrong. Anyway, get off my bike. I'm way ahead of schedule. I wanted to go 12:45, and I'm ahead of schedule. I'm a good runner. I run 10 to 15 miles nearly every Sunday in my life, and I can do that super comfortably at a 9-minute pace, maybe 9:30. That didn't happen yesterday. I don't know what happened on the bike. It was hot. There wasn't a cloud in the sky in the Texas sun. It was probably 84. The temperature played with us all week, and we were getting our hopes up, and boom, now it's hot and no clouds and no shade to get under. So I think I was overheating early on. But as I got into the run, it's a three loop run. The first like 8.6 or whatever it is really wasn't that bad, except I was hot. I was having to stop at every aid station to cool off, and then I lost some of my appetite. And, I had a core body temperature sensor on, and it was reading 103.6, and I knew that things were going to go south. It's a fantastic run. You run around Lake Woodlands, where you swam that morning. Half of it's fairly lonely, and you come back to the waterway, and man, it's running through a parade. There's a place called Hippie Hollow that'll just change your life. It is a great run. I did it so well last year. And then yesterday I hit a wall. I did finish the race, by the way. I don't want you to think that's where I'm going. I finished in right at 14 hours. But for somebody that's got a 12:45 in them to go 14 was not the greatest. Some of miles were going like, 10-minute miles, 11-minute miles, 11, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 13, 14, 16. I think I saw an 18-minute mile. Now, with that being said, of course, you don't stop your watch on an Ironman when you're going to the bathroom. So I had a couple of bathroom breaks, and I got pulled into a med tent. I was vomiting at an aid station, and the medical team pulled me in, cooled me down, and then sent me back out, which, of course, you don't stop your Garmin for that. So there's a pretty easy 18-plus minute mile. So I quickly realized that time's not going to happen, and now we just got to survive. So I'm kind of incorporating this run-walk method, and that's going okay. There's just a lot of times where I thought I wasn't going to finish. Matter of fact, I was pretty sure of it. But my coach and my son were there. They flew from South Carolina to watch me do this, so I couldn't quit. I had some issues down south with my urine. I had some pain in my urethra, and it hurt when I peed, and I don't know how else to put that. I've Googled some, and electrolyte imbalance can cause an UTI. So I think I have a UTI from that race. That may be too much information, I'm sorry, but it's part of that day. I did my third lap, I came in, and the finish line was as magic as it was last year. It was amazing. I didn't feel tired or sick or anything like that. I celebrated the finish line. And then I went straight to the medical tent and got a liter of fluid and some pizza and a Coke and some Zofran because I had a really, really difficult day. Anyway, if you're thinking about going to Ironman Texas, I think you should do it. I'm not positive if I am because I'm 2 for 2 with pretty bad wind. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't want to make that decision now when I'm feeling pretty rough. If you're going to do it, go do it. Have fun.